I spent almost all night long, while everybody else was asleep, researching on the 2000 Impala. One thing that I have always enjoyed is, replacing stuff on a car when I get it. That way it's all new and it's all, fresh, and you can have it could be a long time before things break down. Okay? But one other thing that I enjoy is replacing the stereo with an aftermarket, stereo, something from Walmart or Best Buy or whatever. And in this case, it's the first time ever that I've ran into a snag. With my 91 Lumina, I had no problem. With the 96 Grand Am, all this, no problem. The 1999 Lumina, no problem. But or wait a minute, I didn't replace it. Yep, I didn't replace that one yet. I was going to in the Lumina, the one that got damaged. No, I did not replace that. Maybe, well, I wouldn't have ran into problems because it didn't have that. This car has a blinking light that's in the stereo, which there are so many things about the car that is just unbelievable. It has a lot of features in there, but the thing about it is, if I fuck up, I could actually make the vehicle not start. They have basically made these things theft resistant. If you steal it, it's worthless. You got to put in a code and all this. And I'm telling you, man, I want to be able to replace it with a nice stereo with the face comes off like I've done in the past. Something with Bluetooth, But damn, I don't see. I'm watching videos and I'm seeing things where you have to plug in like a power supply into the cigarette lighter or whatever, and it keeps the certain memory things alive while you do this little operation. Something that should be simple. Why would you do that? I mean, yes, you're wanting to cut down on stealing. I understand, but damn, God, you're making it very hard to do anything. It was a good thing that I watched all the videos that I did last night because I could see that I would have screwed up. Okay, if you mess up on certain thing, the airbags could pop. And those things are kind of expensive to replace. Now, I just bought a fan for the car. One side was working, the other side wasn't. One is for like idle speeds, and the other one is for like when you use the air conditioner. That side didn't work. That one that you saw in that one video where it was scraping and making that sound, yep, that's the one that usually goes out on these cars for some reason. And that's the one that kicks on when the air conditioner's on and stuff. It's weird. So I guess what? You don't use it, something builds up on it, rust or something. So I replaced that, and it was 149 here in town, 145 in Topeka. Now I bought mine off Amazon, and my hat does not look right. Bought it off Amazon for like $89. Now, I tried to buy it from the salvage yard, and they tested it and everything, but it was $75. And I'm thinking, like, well, if I'm going to spend $75 for a used thing and a new one I can get for $89, I'm going to go ahead and get the new. Plus, my wife is going to have this car, so she'll have all sorts of replaced parts. It looks like to me, there was a person who owned one, a 2000 Impala, replaced the battery and change the oil, change spark plug wires, change the spark plug, stuff like that, and the car wouldn't start. Okay? Doing regular maintenance. Somehow, removing the battery caused a problem. Now, the thing about mine is I have disconnected the positive or negative. The negative on the battery, and before I could do that work on the cluster and check it out, and the car started back up. So it looks like to me I could pull the battery out without doing anything. I just don't want to fuck things up. And getting people to respond on the videos when they made them like in 2010, well, some of the videos they respond, some of them they don't. And the last thing that I want to tell you about is something weird. I looked at the manual online for the car and the cluster. There's a 3.4 engine and there's a 3.8 engine, and mine's a 3.8. The cluster for the 3.8 is different than the one that's in the car. The one in the manual that says it belongs to the 3.4 is what I have. I don't get that. So I started thinking, okay, well, what if they change the engine out? That would make sense. But then the title would reflect that. It would say that this is supposed to be a 3.4 and somebody put a 3.8 in. So then I started thinking about the cluster. Now, remember that there was two resistors that I said. One of them burned off and fell off, and the other one was burnt but was still on there. What if they replaced the cluster? And that's why that took place. Because I don't see why that would have happened to it anyway. But that kind of makes sense if they would replace that versus an engine. So I don't know. I'm going to keep investigating on this, but it's so weird and it's so sucks that I'm going to have to go through so much problems just trying to do something, and I got to make sure I do it really good. All right, because if I fuck up, the car don't run. All right, you guys have any suggestions? Let me know in the comments below. You guys have a good one. Take care, and God bless.